welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this wonderful little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and today we're going back to that reggae legend Bob Marley for one of his best songs. This one is called Redemption Song. It's a wonderful track. Actually, not a reggae track. It was an acoustic song that he recorded from his last album, actually, in 1980. Just before he died in 1981, sadly, at the age of 36. So we will take a look at Redemption Song for you here on the mandolin. Certainly not a tough song to play, but one that really is fun to play, especially if you're jamming on it with some other people. But first, before we get to that lesson, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button, that little red tab on your way out. Really helps this channel to continue to grow. Also, leave us a like down below if you like this video. Same story if you are a returning subscriber. Thanks very much for coming back once again. We really appreciate your support, but don't forget to hit that little like button down below. Also, check out our links down below. We have a Patreon link and some Amazon links as well, affiliate links that you might want to check out. Patreon really helps us out on this channel, so please have a look. But now, without further ado, let's take a look at this Bob Marley classic called Redemption Song here on RPM. All right, Redemption Song is a classic acoustic tune played in the key of G, and it starts off with this little introduction that I will show you. Here it goes. Right, that's the first part of it. The second part of it is pretty similar, so there's really only one difference, but I'll show you that. So it's all off this G string here, okay, at first. Starts off on the G string, so you go... And you could slide this little part if you want, because Bob Marley does that on the original version, I think, when he goes... He slides it. Something like that. I didn't do that here on the mandolin. I played it more straightforward like this. All right, but you could do it either way. And what are those notes? Well, the notes are on the G string, as I said. G in the 2nd fret and 4th fret. Okay, that's all you need at first. So open, 2nd, 4th, open. And you sort of want to emphasize that 4th fret there. So you see how you sort of give that a little bit more emphasis to the other notes? So like this. All right, and the next part is just a little part that goes, it kind of walks down like that, all right? From the 5th fret here, which is the C, so 5th fret here on the G string, then up to the 2nd fret here on the D, open D, and 4th fret of the G. So one more time from the beginning. Just like that, all right? Then again on the G string. This time you're going up, not down. So, right, you're going up to that D string here. So open, 2, 4, open D, all right? So, right? And so from the start again. And the next part just comes back to the G again. So 4, 5, 4, 2, open. So the entire first part of that intro goes... Now the second part is almost identical, except for the last part of the phrase. So here's the second part. Now, did you notice the only thing different there? Well, the only thing different was on the last part of the phrase, instead of doing, it just goes, it doesn't have that B note that is like a pickup note. It doesn't go, it just goes. So you avoid the pickup note on the second time through. So one more time, I'll play the entire introduction, first part and second part for you here. Okay, and I don't know if you noticed there, but I was using all downstrokes for this part. It's slow enough that you don't need to do alternate picking. In fact, I like just sort of emphasizing it with downstrokes here. It really brings the notes out a bit more, makes them stand out a bit more. So you see how I'm just doing all downstrokes there? Like that, okay? So you want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, all right? All downstrokes on that intro. Okay, now moving to the chords for the verses. The chords go... All right, those are the general chords. I'll tell you something a little bit different in a second, though, just to make things a little more spicy. But in general, the chords are G, and it's just like an up and down strumming pattern. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the open G, first position G there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to first position E minor. Right, so the G is your standard G. You all know that one. Second fret here, third fret here. And then to the E minor chord, which is a bar chord here, second and second barred with that finger. A bar means just laying one finger across more than one note, multiple notes, okay? So I'm barring this and leaving the G string open there for an E minor chord. So... Right, so there he does a little bit of a walk down from C to a B note to an A minor chord. All right, so your standard C chord here, second fret and third fret again, C, then a little B note, right? And you can play that with these two strings open here, so just second fret of the A, open D, open G. That makes it a G chord or a G voicing, right? And then to the A minor chord, which I'm playing here at the 5th fret of the G, 2nd fret of the D, open A. All right, so that part. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. All right, so the first two chords you hold for the entire bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, now what I said before, there's a little bit of difference here. The first verse of this song, Bob Marley plays that part over. He repeats it all throughout the first part of the verse. So he goes... He does the same thing again, right? All right, he only does that the first time he plays the verses. All right, the second time he plays the verses, he does something a little different. And here I'll show you. So G, E minor, that's the same. And then this is the same. That walk down to A minor. Now here's the difference. G, E minor, C, D. All right, so the second time through, each time he goes to a D chord. And finally, to end the verses, he stays on that D chord for an extra bar. And then they go into the chorus. Or I guess that's a pre-chorus, right? They go into a pre-chorus and then the chorus. So one more time through the verses. The second and third verses, actually. So... Right, the walk down to A minor and G, E minor, C, D. All right, and then in the pre-choruses, as I said, they stay on that D. 1, 2, 3 for an extra bar. Sing those songs of freedom. Right, that part. All I ever had. Something like that, all right? So then you go into G, C, D, G, C, D, E minor there. Okay, so the pre-chorus chords, sing those songs of freedom. You got G, C, D, G, C, D, E minor. And then into the chorus, redemption song, right? Redemption song. So So that is just C, D, G, Redemption songs. C, D, G. C, D. Okay, so one more time through the pre-chorus and the chorus. So you're ending the verses. Okay. All right, and there's only one other part, which is kind of a middle 8 part near the end of the song, and that is just a E minor to a C, D. Repeats 4 times. And then back to the G. So that's an E minor, C, D, E minor, C, D, and so on 4 times, and then you're back into Redemption song. Right? Redemption song. That same pattern again, which is C, D, and G. All right, that is Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Another fun song to play on the mandolin. A really wonderful song and some powerful lyrics by the late, great Bob Marley. You should check it out. I hope you enjoy playing that one on the mando, and I hope you enjoy all of the lessons we have here on the channel. If you are new, thank you very much for checking us out, but don't forget, hit that little red subscriber button on the way out. If you are returning to this channel, thanks very much for checking us out once again, but maybe leave us a like and check out our Patreon and Amazon links down below. Thanks again for tuning into RPM once again. My name is Mike DeJong.